Hello. Last time I spoke to you, um, I was trying to explain how Walid Shubat's prophecy or theory on the mark of the beast being Bishmallah was false, and how it was RFID, how was the RFID chip instead. Um, Unfortunately, the original video I had, the second segment, I deleted. That's why it's taking so long for me to take out part two. But hopefully in this video, I'll explain the information I was missing. Um, as well, hopefully adding either new things I have or things I haven't thought of in the previous video. Now that being said, let's start. So when I left off last time, I was going to show you two two witnesses or two examples of why uh, how the 17th century, 15th century book of Revelation from the Vaticanus, um, the Codex Vaticanus, didn't look like the original manuscripts or the much earlier manuscripts. Um, so the first example I have comes from the text of the New Testament by Kurt Allen and Barbara Allen. In the text of the New Testament, you get a lot of the Greek New Testament manuscripts, some very old ones, and some slides of the actual manuscripts. And I'm going to show you one, if not the oldest piece of Revelation we have. And that is the Chester Beatty Papyrus 47. Now, we are very fortunate that this papyrus from the 3rd century contains Revelation 13, 16 through 18, and other parts too. But I know for sure it has those verses. Now, I'm going to show you Chi Stigma, or 666, in Greek, that does not look like the Codex Vaticanus. And it does not look like what Walid Shubat considers the mirror image of the Bishmallah. It's going to be very hard to see. I'm going to hope and pray you can see it through this camera. But on the side that it doesn't, I'll try to post a source to the picture. And I will also, if not, try to, you can find it on Google, online. Just type in Chester Beatty Papyrus 47. And you'll be probably linked to an image of the original manuscript. But here we go. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but what you should see is an X, something that looks like a Z with a line in the middle through it, something that looks like a small lowercase r. Again, I can't tell if you can see it or not. Right there. I'm moving my finger right above it. But that probably won't work very well in this video. You're going to have to look at it yourself. Alright. Back to what I was saying about Revelation. Or back to RFID. A second example, or a second witness to the fact that this prophecy can't be true, or that this theory cannot be true. Another ancient manuscript called Codex Sinaiticus. Now, Codex Sinaiticus is the oldest complete New Testament, if I'm not mistaken, and that can be found on the British library, museum, I can't remember. You can just search Codex Sinaiticus in Google, and the resource is there for you to look at yourself. The manuscript is complete. I mean, the codex being meaning book, the codex is completely online. Completely online. The British Museum have bought it, and they were able to put it on completely online. You can look at it yourself. You can read the verses. It's translated, and you can see Chaikai stigma in Greek majuscules, in Greek uppercases. That also looks different from what I just showed you because it's written out in words, meaning that the importance from the verse wasn't what those symbols looked like. You're not looking at a drawing. You're not looking at the Bishmallah. What you're looking at is numerically significant, because none of the earlier manuscripts than the Codex Vaticanus itself looked like what Walid Shubat was trying to say looked like the Bishmallah. And I'll leave you with that. That is my main argument for saying it is not true, is because if the older manuscripts that have 666 recorded in Greek didn't have the same symbols as the one the Codex Sinaiticus does, and the one that looks like the Bishmallah, then its significance to the Bishmallah is non-existent. We are to calculate the number of the beast as it says in Revelation, which is the number of a man, and his number is 603 square 6. I just read that. I don't know that by memory, but I read that before this video. I think the best way to calculate through the number of the beast, the name of the beast, would be to take people's names, translate them into the Koine Greek, and see if their names add up to the number of the beast. I think that's our best shot. That's isosphia, which is, it has the same root. The word calculate, the Greek word for calculate that you find in Revelation 13, 16 through 18, that word's root is phezio, Phezio. That word has the same root as isosphia. And phezio means to calculate with a pebble. It's the same root word for isosphia. So I think it's a good indicator that we should calculate the the number of the beast using isosphia. As far as Hebrew gematria goes, I won't say against it. I won't say for it, because I honestly don't know. I'm running out of time. I think I'm gonna make a third video right now to add to addendum to explain why, now that we know that the Bishmallah isn't the mark of the beast, why would RFID be the mark of the beast? And I'm going to go through with that with you right now.